today I've opened up the capability of doing tips. People have been asking me for this ever since I came back to Twitch in November, and I did not really set it up initially because I wasn't sure how it was going to work. I finally did the research last night on how Twitch streamers do it, because I know for tax purposes, just opening up a PayPal account or having your personal PayPal account tied in with this kind of stuff is a bad idea. But...
Oh my god, excuse me.
But I did the research last night. I figured out how to do it properly. I now have it separated and everything should be good. Hello and welcome to today's gameplay stream, which is going to be the premiere of Nier Automata. The new release for this week, even though sadly this game's been out for weeks in Japan, and they had the full English version already built into it, which I know is horrendous bullshit.
I completely disagree with these staggered releases.
There should be a worldwide simultaneous release for these games, especially when the game is ready to be sold. There was no excuse for them to wait a few extra weeks to sell this game in the Americas and Europe. So sadly, you know, those who were insanely into it and wanted to play the game ahead of time bought the Japanese version and played it. Now, I didn't have that option. I don't even know how to get a Japanese version of a game on PlayStation or anything like that, and I was already wrapped up in other games and playthroughs at the time. But, you know, I listened to my viewer base, and over the past couple of weeks, people were like, Phil, even though you said you probably aren't going to play it, please play Nier Automata. Today is a little different than usual. Today, I'm, again, trying something different with streaming. I have a few changes, big changes, that I need to discuss with you, alright? So, number one, the past couple of days, I've been trying to do it so that you have on-screen integration for cheers and subs. And it's worked, okay? But it hasn't worked seamlessly. And what I mean by that is, if you've been watching the gameplay I've done for the past few days, you know I've been having a lot of technical difficulties, okay? It's various different things that have been happening. OBS freezing and crashing, the stream quality, you know, having issues. There's been a lot of things going on. For the most part, every day I work out more and more issues, and then it seems new ones arise. So it seems like no matter what, every day I want this to go seamlessly and smoothly for you, and then something else happens that hinders it from being a smooth viewing experience, and I apologize for that, okay? So here's what I've done. Yesterday, the issue we were having was that when we were having the on-screen notifications for cheers and subs,
it was basically causing a plugin crash, okay?
And once the plugin crashed, it would end up freezing up OBS. So that would completely lock the stream up, the stream would go down, I would have to restart OBS. The video that I was making would screw up too. So I would... actually, it's true. Yesterday, when I was streaming Zelda, I had to download 3 different videos that had been lost from the Twitch archives to put on YouTube. The good news is I got the videos. Because I am backing up my streams now on Twitch, I'm able to automatically get those videos and put them right onto YouTube. So it's not an issue if the stream does crash.
But obviously, it's incredibly annoying for those of you who are sitting here watching
to see this thing crash constantly, and I understand that. Listen, I don't want it to be crashing either, you know? Terrible. You want a smooth viewing experience, and I get that. I want you to have one, and I apologize that it hasn't been like that for the past couple of days. So I've made 2 major changes today, okay? One is I'm not using Streamlabs anymore. I was using Streamlabs since November. It was the way for me to daily basically get information on who was cheering, who was subbing, and all of that. But it didn't seem to be very efficient. In fact, it didn't run very well on my laptop, and it barely... I mean, it worked with the stream, but it was having, like, issues. And so today I've switched to a different service called Muxy. So yes, today there will be on-screen notifications for subs and cheers. However, if the stream keeps crashing the same way it did yesterday, then I'm just gonna have to disable it completely, okay?
I am accepting tips during the stream. So you have 3 ways now if you want to contribute and help me out here and allow me to keep doing this as a job.
The first is to sub to the channel, and you'll get an on-screen notification for that. The second is to do a cheer, and yes, you'll get an on-screen notification for that. And the third is to leave me a tip. Maybe you're someone who likes me, but you don't want to get the word out that you're supporting me, and I totally get that, especially in the current climate with the way that people stalk me and shit. You can leave anonymous tips. You don't have to actually leave your name or anything in the tip, okay? That's number 1. Number 2, it's basically you will get the same credit with a pop-up here on the stream. Yes, I've enabled it, so Muxy, whenever I get a tip, should give a pop-up on the stream. And I know previously I said I wasn't going to do tips because tax-wise, I didn't know how to do it. Well, the thing is, yesterday, since I decided I'm going full-on streaming here, okay, I decided to do the research. And the research explained to me how to do it properly.
So I've done it. I set it up as tips, not donations. But if I set it up as donations, that's illegal.
Because actually a donation, legal term for donation, is a monetary gift to a non-for-profit service. Obviously, I'm not a non-for-profit. So if I set it up as donations, that would have been huge problems for taxes. And also, I've set up a completely separate account from my personal one for this system. That way, if there's any issues, right? If the account goes crazy, if there's a lot of, disputes, if there's anything that goes wrong with this account, it won't affect my personal stuff at all. And I'll still be able to keep doing stuff on the personal side and not have to worry about, oh no, my whole PayPal got shut down.
Lightning Side 17 just tipped $5 and it worked. Look. Trying tips, longtime fan here. It worked. It worked, but someone just said that apparently it says there's a $5 minimum and I didn't want that. Okay, hold on. You know what? Thank God that we're talking about this right now. I could fix that, I think. That must have been maybe a default.
I apologize. Someone said they wanted to tip $1 to test it, and it said $5 minimum, and I didn't want that. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can fix that right now. I think we're good. I think I just fixed it on the fly.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that. I mean, I didn't intentionally set that up like that. That must have been something that was either a default or I did it wrong.
Obviously, $1. I'm not going to open up to change. If you're going to do smaller than $1, everyone, do the cheers, okay? If you're going to do smaller than $1, use a cheer. If you're going to tip me, $1 would be the lowest.